I'm here to introduce a brand new product. It's ski poles. Ta-da! So, this is my new pole, and the first thing I felt was important to do, I know it's great, but how do I prove it to you? I'm going to go and check out all the existing poles in the market so we can compare it. So check it out. I did this earlier today. All right, let's go get some poles. All right, so we're going to go to the ski rack and buy some poles so we can compare how these new poles that I just made compare to the poles that are out there. My favorite pizza place, American Flatbread. The great thing about this town is there's a ski shop on every corner. Welcome to the ski rack. Hey guys. We're going to buy a pair of poles.
Oh, yeah?
Is that cool?
Is that your secret thing that you're launching?
Maybe.
Maybe.
First I got to buy some. Here's Ryan, expert boot fitter.
If I'm really pushing you, then
Boot fitting.
Here's trouble.
Okay. So let's see what we got for poles here. Let's get some expensive poles. This is very skinny. Like a fishing pole. What's an expensive, very durable pole? And what would be your most expensive aluminum pole? 59? What else do we got here?
$69, $95 one there.
So we got these two. These good poles?
Yeah.
These are good poles. Okay. I only want the best poles. All
Yeah, I
right.
think the aluminum rating on those is actually a little bit stronger.
Stronger's better.
Yeah.
Now what makes this a ladies pole?
The colors.
Just the colors?
The colors.
So this pole doesn't know if you're a man or a woman when you're using it.
It's true.
It just knows that you have a hand that can hold it. Cool. Well, thanks. We'll get these.
Okay.
Poles, please. Stronger's better.
Yeah.
Now what makes this a ladies pole?
The colors.
Just the colors?
The colors.
So this pole doesn't know if you're a man or a woman when you're using it.
It's true.
It just knows that you have a hand that can hold it. Cool. Well, thanks. We'll get these.
Okay.
Poles, please. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, sir.
All righty, sir. We got the poles, poles, poles. How you doing? All right, so here we are. We got these poles right here. I'm going to show you the difference, but before I do, I just want to go over what makes our pole so different. And there's one main ingredient. It's Titanal, and this is actually a sheet of Titanal. Titanal is just simply a different form of aluminum, and so that's what sets my poles apart. I put these in my skis for the last 15 years, and I thought, why not try it on a pole? So to try it out, to compare, let's start by getting something that we can bend these poles or try to break these poles over. Take that nice piece of barn board and let's see here. So let's see, we'll use this one. Okay, so this is one of my poles. I'm going to lay it down here and I am going to stand on it with all my weight. Let's see what happens. All right. So we got a little bend in it. Let's bend it back. Bend it till it's straight. There it is, pretty straight. Let's actually do it a second time, see how it holds up. Okay. Okay. Again, it's got a little bend in it, so we'll just bend it right back in the shape. So that's the Titanal pole right there. Now let's try this pole right here. I think this was the women's pole. You can tell because of the color. So we'll take this and stand on it. Oh. Okay, so we have quite a big kink. I'm sure you've all experienced this. You fall on your pole, you get up, and it's bent. So you're thinking, okay, you know, I don't really want to ski the rest of the day like this.
Looking like a racer.
Yeah, actually this is good for, check out my form around my body for tucking. So you can always do that. So let's just try bending it back, see what happens, okay? Let's see, it's really hard to bend back actually. Okay, so, you know, it's still got a bit of a kink in there. Let's say you fall on it a second time. And you got another, the kink continues to get deeper. So we bend it straight. Oh. And there it is. So, you know, you fall on it twice, it's going to break. And you're not really able to bend it back very well. So that's that pole. Let's try this black pole. And we will... Okay, again, a typical bend. We've all experienced this. You buy a new pair of poles, you're pretty stoked, and then you fall, and it's kink. So you say, oh shit, I gotta bend this thing back. And I just put this tape on there as respect to the other brands there.
Breaks. Only one bend.
So one bend, just try to straighten it and it breaks. Alrighty.
The yellow one.
All right, do the yellow one here. We keep the original identities of these poles anonymous here. It's going by color. I'm going to step on it the same way I did the others. Try not to fall. Okay. And you're seeing a pattern here. I mean, you step on it. I mean, this is not a big gap. If this was a mogul and you fell in the middle of the bumps, it's a realistic distance that you're going to fall and bend the pole. So we'll straighten this one out. I'm going very gently. I don't want to overbend it. Man, it's a stiff pole. It's probably a good high quality aluminum. Oh. But it's just too stiff. You know, it'll hold up until you bend it. Once you bend it, you're screwed and you're out $60, $70, $80, however much that was.
I think that was the most expensive.
That was, okay.
That was a 69.
$69 pole that was, I guess. Okay, so let's go with this one, the last one I bought. Throw it up there. Again, these are the most expensive poles I could find in the local shop here. I'm going to stand on it. That didn't sound good.
No.
Tape's kind of holding it together. Let's straighten that again. Yeah, that, very brittle. It's just a very brittle aluminum. Sometimes a high quality aluminum is actually more brittle than the cheaper poles. So, you know, the cheaper poles, they might bend. You bend them back once or twice at least, and then they break, where some of the others you pay more and they just snap with one go. So that's what I bought, and now this is my pole. Now I just bent this thing twice. You already saw that. I'm going to just keep going on this thing. Okay, I'm going to put two feet on it. Yeah, it's going to bend. I mean, it's aluminum, you know? It's a form of aluminum. Of course it's going to bend, but the fact is you can bend it back. You can see? Do it again, you fall again, you're in the bumps. Tomahawking down the hill, and it keeps going. So this is a humongous difference. And you can just see the way I can bend this pole. I mean, you just can't do that with other aluminum poles. And yeah, it'll bend, you bend it back, and you're good to go. So that's a big difference. Now, I'm going to show you this, this Titanal. This is what I put in my skis. I've been putting these in skis for years, and this is what gives it the torsional rigidity in a ski and a lot of dampening, because it snaps back. It wants to always puts a lot of energy back. So every time you flex this in a ski, it snaps back with equal energy. My best, highest performing skis have Titanal in it. You can see it right here in the ski. So when I decided to go make poles, well, first off, I made a lot of poles. I bought a lot of poles. I owned a lot of poles. Here's a box of poles from my basement. So I have plenty of examples. I have these carbon fiber prototypes someone made for me. I mean, these things are so rigid you'll break your ribs on it if you dare fall on it. I mean, I got all kinds. I got super fat poles, you know, like this. Again, super rigid. You know, you don't want to fall and then break yourself on the pole either. I mean, you can imagine, you know, if this thing's sitting on a bump and you put your ribs into it, or your hip, it's going to hurt. So you want to have some flex to it. I've tried it all the gadgets. Anyway, I kind of was over buying poles and I wanted to make a pair. People were asking me why not make your own poles. So I'll tell you about my pole. So it's made of Titanal, same material I put into a ski, extremely resilient. What's nice is it comes with 2 baskets. It's a carbide tip, so I basically asked the factory, just put the highest quality materials you could on it. That carbide tip is not going to wear down, super sharp. It's going to get an amazing grip on ice. I just took the basket off, how easy that was. Boom. This is for the hard snow. This is if you're riding park, if you're never in the powder, okay? And now here's the powder basket. You can keep it in your pocket, in your backpack, get into the powder and you turn it and it's on. So super simple. This is not a new design, but this is an industry standard for interchangeable baskets. Carbide tip, easy to interchange baskets. Yeah. There we go. Okay. The grip, nice, simple. I didn't want a lot of gadgets. I wanted to keep it simple. I don't want anything that's going to break, anything dumb that's going to get cold. It's one part. Okay, it's nice soft rubber, easy grip, contours to your hand, of course with the glove on it. So that's the simplest grip you got. It's of course murdered out black on black because, you know, it's not like you're trying to flash your poles around. Strap, Velcro strap. So this makes it nice and easy to adjust to a different length and set it and forget it. That Velcro is not going to go anywhere. You put your hand up through it and down and it's good to go. It's a nice wide surface on your glove so you're not pinching your glove or your hand. It gets narrower up near the top so it's easy to wrap your hand around. If you're getting more a traditional grip like this is what, you know, traditionally racers and just free ride guys use, and you get, you know, you don't have to necessarily have a tight grip on it. If you're more freestyle minded and you don't really care about that, you can hold it this way as well, but it contours, you can see, comes out right around your hand there. And the graphics kept it ultra simple, black on black. I mean, people love black poles, so there you go. And I just got kind of a joke of a Christmas pattern going on there for the holiday. So this pole, again, tonight only, $20 off. It's only 59 bucks. 2-year guarantee not to break. It's one and only. Let's give it another flex. Okay, so this is, like I said, the only aluminum pole. You're going to be a bend back without breaking, and it's not going to break you. And the price is ridiculous. I could easily sell this for over 100 bucks. I want to make it super affordable. I want people to be able to afford it, just like they buy a pole that they would normally expect to break after a month. This is going to go for 2 years without breaking, guaranteed, or your money back.